can't say I've actually ever gone up and smelt anyone.
Well, that's a bit strange of you. I think that's a natural thing.
I've been smelling you a lot. Your head has been in my face so often.
Hi, I'm Joe Locke.
I'm Kit Connor.
My name's Corinna Brown.
Hi, I'm Kizzy Edgell.
And today we're going to be interviewing each other
About our new show, Heartstopper. Describe the moment you got the call to be in Heartstopper.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I was having dinner with my family. I got a phone call and I was like, okay, well, I know what this could be, so I'm going to go upstairs. In case it's bad news, then I don't really want to be, sort of all these eyes on me. So I went upstairs, got the good news. I tried to play it as cool as possible, so I ended up going downstairs, didn't say anything. And my parents obviously kind of realised that what the phone call may have been about, so they were sort of, what happened? And then I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to be in a Netflix show. And then, I like to think that that's how it went. I feel like I probably didn't play it as cool as that. Yeah. You could probably hear it in my voice. But I was very, very excited.
Aww.
Yeah.
I was in isolation, so I was on my own in my house, just me and my dog. And I got a phone call from my agent, and I was like, oh God, okay, this is it. Like, when I answer this phone call, it's either going to change my life or not. And I answered it, and he's like, you sat down? I was like, yeah, I am. And you got the job, and I just screamed.
Came back from the chemistry read, was really overwhelmed, really tired, so I had a nap. Woke up about 3 hours later to a couple missed calls. I was like, I called them back. They were like, you're the pound. I was like, ah! And then my mum came home and I was like, ah! And it was really exciting. Where were you?
I just got back to my flat at the time, and my agent called me, and I was on the stairs, and he was like, so you got the role? And I was like, ah! And my housemates were like, oh my God, what? And then immediately after, my agent was like, you can't say anything. And I was like, nothing. I was like, I just stubbed my toe. And then I went upstairs and celebrated.
Poor Joe had to lie to all his classmates and be like, I'm just leaving school for a bit. Don't know why, I can't tell you why.
Got some things to do, bye.
What was your first impression of me? And this is a big one.
I thought you were very lovely and very kind and almost too nice. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make fun of him.
Get the bands
going. But then that quickly faded and the real Kit Connor came out.
Yeah.
Far less nice.
My nice exterior sort of faded away, kind. And then my harsh, mean
You're
interior.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, Joe.
What was your first impression of me?
I think we've said this before. My first impression of you was on a very sort of surface level. Was the hands, the shape of your hands. I don't know if maybe Joe wants to show his hands to the camera, but it's just, I don't know, he's got very thick thumbs, and I don't know why, but that's the first thing I sort of latched on.
The first thing Kit noticed about me was he picked up on my bad jeans, so...
Was the thick thumbs?
Really, just offending my family.
No, not at all. It was the thick thumbs, really, that just, not even a bad thing.
I thought you were really nice and kind.
And I was focusing on your thumbs, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I immediately could tell that Joe is an incredibly intelligent person. He's very well spoken, he's very...
Always right.
Not sure about that, but he's very quick-witted, and obviously, he's not a bad guy as well in terms of, just being nice, so...
Thank you, Kit.
I thought you were really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie. When I think people are cool, I'm like, okay, I can't talk to them yet, because I've just got to, compose myself, Like, can't be dumb, can't be like, oh. But yeah, I thought you were really cool, and then I was even more blown away when we did our chemistry, and I was like, ah, you're sick. Yeah.
I was so scared of you when I first met you.
Really?
I was scared of you and Yaz. No, I don't think it's any because it was you. I think I was just scared that it was someone that I might work with. Yeah. Then when I got to know you, I was like, oh, love this girl, easy.
Yeah.
Best you.
Besties.
So true, best.
Okay, aside from your own character, who is your favourite Heartstopper character and why?
Tori. Easy Tori. Love her. She's sarcastic, she's cold, she's sweet though, and she's got like a whole universe around her, and I just love her, and I think she's so funny, and I think Jenny plays her so well.
Oh, amazingly. I was going to say the same thing, I was going to say Tori as well, but I'll switch it up and go with Tao, because I think Will is incredibly funny. He's the comic relief a lot of the time, and Will captures that amazingly, perfectly, and so yeah, he's my close second.
I tend to say Darcy. She's just so wild and herself, and so confident in herself, and I find that's so refreshing and cool. And yeah, I love in for example Volume 3 and in Paris when she goes crazy and just starts
gets everyone drunk.
Yeah, I think she's such a cool character.
I like Tao.
Tao's great as well.
Tao's he's very funny, and I see a lot of myself in Tao.
It's the sarcasm.
Yeah, I think I'd like to say I'm more like Charlie. I'm probably a mix of Tao and Charlie.
Yeah, you're a good mix of Tao and Charlie, I think.
Probably more Tao than Charlie though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to cast real life teenagers in teenage roles? You're not a teenager.
I was at one point.
I think it makes it more authentic. I think because it gets to a point where you've seen many 30-year-olds playing 16-year-olds and you're like, I just don't believe this anymore. Like, come on, take the tie off.
I think it's important because there are teenage actors, you know? I know I'm not a teenager anymore, but I look young. So they're really only the roles I can get. If you were casting me as a 40-year-old, that wouldn't work. And teenagers have loads of talent. Like, I mean, look at us. It's really good. I think that's why it's important.
When you're watching a show that has, for example, like a 16-year-old character and they look 30 with like, you know, raging six-pack, and it can kind of give you an expectation of what it is to be a teenager.
Yeah.
And you maybe feel like maybe you're a bit sort of behind, or you feel like that's never going to be attainable, and it can kind of give you sort of slightly problematic mindsets about your own body or your own maturity.
My favourite comment I've read. It's so great that they've cast some unconventionally attractive actors.
Yeah, well, exactly, because
It's the most backhanded compliment I've
it
ever
was so
received.
lovely,
Like,
and that was as soon as we
thank
got like announced. Everyone was like, "Thank God they didn't cast like, you know, conventionally attractive, because that would have been so awful." And we were going, "Thank you so much." You know,
it really means a lot.
because it's true.
I also think specifically skin imperfections. You see teenagers with acne, and then if you see an adult playing a teenager, you don't see that.
Alongside that, like, body image, because by the time like you're 25, you're fully developed. So seeing a 25-year-old playing a 13-year-old at 13, I was like, why do I not look like that? I was like, what? Wow. Who made you blah, 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 blah?
You probably, if it's who made you laugh most.
Who made you laugh the most on set?
Must have been you or Yaz.
Yeah, Yaz is a character, so she made me laugh a lot as well.
My dad loved Yaz when he came onto set.
I loved your dad.
He really loved you both.
Kizzy's dad's amazing. Kizzy's dad, you're amazing.
Thank you, Chris.
Toby or Yaz. Toby or Yaz. I think two of them, especially combined together,
Yeah.
so funny. He's got that kind of
Very British.
It's very British. He's very like sarcastic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's to the point where like you think he doesn't like you because he makes those kind of jokes, and he's so funny.
So funny.
And one of the only times that we cracked up in a scene was when he just sort of like, I think he walked in at the wrong time actually.
Yeah.
Like we were mid-scene, he was meant to come in at one time, and then
It's the antiseptic wipe scene.
He's just so funny. And Yaz is just like got one of the best
Yeah, she's-
personalities I've ever seen in my life. She's such a,
I agree.
she's so funny.
Or Toby. Toby filmed these vlogs, and he just caught us on camera when there was like a long waiting period. And we played this game called the Triangle Game.
Oh, triangle game.
And it basically goes,
No, that's
there's a triangle. There's a triangle between me, Corinna, and the plant. Whose triangle is it? And it's sort of a rule.
Is it the plant?
No, it's mine.
I'm really bad at this game. Right, next question.
Do you have any funny stories from your time on set between takes?
I honestly was about to say that day with Toby and the antiseptic white scene. That was
Yeah,
the
that
only day
was
me
one
and
of the
Kit got
funniest.
told off on set.
Yeah.
Because it was like 10 minutes before the end of day, and it was like the last shot of the day.
We had to get it done.
We had to get it done, and Toby kept coming in, and we just kept laughing.
Yeah.
And Eros, the director, who is the most sweet and lovely man, was like, "Guys, you've had your scene. Come on now."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, sorry."
Kizzy spilled a coffee all over my costume on the first day. I've spoken about this a lot, but it was the best icebreaker. I felt so comfortable immediately after, and yeah, just made for a great 2 months of filming.
I wish the cameras had just turned on to me and seen me dripping.
She's just like...
And we didn't wash the jumper for ages because it would break like continuity, like the illusion of time. So you
please,
couldn't
if
wash the jumper, so I
anyone-
had to walk around with this jumper with coffee all over it.
Zoom in to see
have
the coffee stains.
Have a look for the coffee stains.
I would say, I mean, obviously there's a moment that's actually in the blooper reel where Will and I are essentially sitting very close, staring each other like right in the eyes. I think my line is, you know, "You're a really good friend," and then he says, "I know," and he's sort of slowly putting chips into his mouth, and it was really hard to film because seeing him just sort of just giving me the eyes, like really trying to stare me down while slowly, you know, putting chips into his mouth was a difficult time for me to not laugh.
Who did you become closest to while filming? If you don't say me, I'll
It's got to be you, right?
Right.
God, I was trying to think. I keep saying you for everything.
What is this long pause for?
I say you for everything, so I was trying to see if there could be potentially anyone else. And I think it's between you and Yaz.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
Obviously, you know, because we had so many scenes together and so much sort of screen time together, that did naturally sort of happen that we became a lot closer. Outside of you, because that's a bit obvious, you know. as I said earlier, Will Gow. Will and I live very close together. We've grown up in the same town. And I just, I love Will. I think he's an absolute hero. I think he's amazing. Bash as well, yeah.
I think we all have sort of like become like a family. Like this, like we've had this experience that's like completely bonded us all for life.
Yeah.
No matter what we all do, we'll always like, we're never going to lose touch with anyone, I don't think.
100%.
It's like a fan family. And I know it's a bit of a trope, but it is like a fan family.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Heartstopper, I'd be much more lonely. So thank
you, Heartstopper.
Oh, this is a good one. Which of your castmates smells the nicest?
Oh, that is...
I think
You know,
I have I've got two possibilities.
Can't say I've actually ever gone up and smelt anyone.
Well, that's a bit strange of you.
But
I think that's a natural thing.
Yaz has this spray she uses, and it's the mint spray from Lush. Oh, it's one of the nicest smells ever. And she made me buy it, and then it got taken off me at airport security.
I've been smelling you a lot. Your head has been in my face so often on set.
Sorry.
And I got coconut oil over my face, but...
Smell good?
I smell like coconut. I don't know if that's like... I quite like
So that's
coconut.
good?
That's good.
Yeah, it smells good.
I think it was a bit stinky on set. I was.
No, you weren't. I was right under your armpit most of the time, because that's like where my head is. Yeah, I'd say you smelled
I did
great.
sweat through my
Who smelled?
shirts.
I would say Yaz and Bash. Bash has always got, like, he looks great with the, like, fashion,
Best fashion.
and he's always smelling good. So yeah, Yaz and Bash are the
Yaz
two
and Bash.
two nicest smelling people.
Nicest smelly people.
They are. It's a nice kind of smelly. It's stinky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to Pop Buzz.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to Pop Buzz.